everybody, it's Robin Scherzer with Robin Stampin' Hood. And sorry we're running a little late today for Coffee and a Card. We had, we had to solve the world's problems here live. So it is the last Saturday of the month, and that's when I always do my Coffee and Cards. And we did two fun ones today, so I'm going to show you those really quick. Just a few reminders. Celebration is only on for 3 more days. Yeah, it ends on the 28th, so the last day of the month. So I just want to remind you about the great joining deal. I know some of you already know my story, but this is the join deal here. If you have 3 options. $129 gets you $175 in Stampin' Up! Product, plus this cute boho blue mini embossing machine. Or you can get the same thing in white. Same cost, and you're only paying tax, you guys. You're not paying shipping, which is huge. That's a lot of savings. And then you can also just choose the $99 one, and you still get $175 in product. You just don't get the little machine. But you choose any product you want for $175. So that's going on for 3 more days until the 28th. So I hope you'll join my crazy team, the Craft Pots. We have lots of fun. So that is that. And let's get started on what we did today at Coffee and a Card. Use some stuff out of the mini catalog. Now, keep in mind the mini catalog and the main catalog are ending in April this year. So these things won't be available for a really long time. So if you like them, you want to get them. And I think I told you guys this before, but it's awesome because now the name of the stamp set is also the name of the die set. So then you can keep those together and know what's going on, which I do love that part of it. So this is called Something Fancy, and that is what we used today, Something Fancy. And I actually kind of combined it with another suite, which is the Regency Park paper. So that's the Regency Park paper. I don't know. Good morning, Glenda. Well, I'm glad you can multitask. I can't always do that. That's good. So I combined this card with this Regency paper, and I forgot my little cheat thing downstairs, but you can see the pretty different flowers. And then I think on the back you have just plain designs that you can use, a few flowers, but that's called the Regency Park, and that's a 6x6 pack. So that's what I used. And the nice thing about that is when you do these strips, you can actually get 3 cards using just the 6x6 if you cut it to 5.5 and then you're cutting strips of 2 inches. So that's what I did here. It's a pretty simple, basic card, but I think it's very pretty. And I missed 2 of my girlfriend's birthdays, so I'm gonna send both of them this card. I probably need to go get them a little Starbucks card. So this is Balmy Blue, and I do want to have an inside to it. So we have white just cut down to the 4 1/4, or I'm sorry, the 4 by 5 1/4. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I know everybody's always yelling at me to finish my cards, finish my cards. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish this card on the inside. And we didn't do this for Coffee and a Card because I didn't have enough of it. But when you cut that piece of paper down, when you cut down the 6x6 to the 5 1/4, or I'm sorry, 5 1/2, because this is 5 1/2 here, you get a little strip left over, right? So that's this strip here. So I'm going to cut it down to 4, because that's my inside piece is 4 across. And just to give the inside a little something different, we're going to cut that down. And again, I didn't do that for the gals at Coffee and Card just because I didn't have enough of these strips, because you're only getting 1 when you cut down your paper to the 3 by, or by the 2 inches. So then it just gives it that little something something, right? So again, this is in the mini catalog, the Regency paper, and the Something Fancy stamp set. Whoops. Move that over. Get that down. I got a little bit of glue there, so I'm going to take my eraser later and get rid of that. But I do want to give this a little bit better burnish there. Okay, so then we're going to take our piece of flower paper. You could do the stripes if you wanted to, but I think that's a little too busy for me. So I'm going to use this. And just kind of offset it. I have those pretty flowers. And then we're going to take, this is Garden Green. And we're going to use the stamp set. I didn't forget your birthday. I'm just stretching out the celebration. And I did cut the tag. So I showed you the, excuse me. I showed you the die cuts for Something Fancy. So I'm using these two die cuts here. So we get the layered effect like that. So I love that they have the layering dies like that, because it just adds a little something to it whenever you can layer something like that. So let's go ahead and stamp our white. So I just cut a bunch out. Oops, I got a little smudge there. So I'm going to go ahead and clean that, because that's why you have two pieces of paper, right? Try that one more time, because I do not want that smudge. Smudge. So I'm just going to tap, tap, tap. Think we should be good. Beautiful. And then we're going to go ahead and layer it with the Garden Green. Make sure I use the right side, right? Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay. And then let's go ahead and grab some dimensionals, because we're going to pop this up. Someone's messaging me, and I don't know how to turn that off. So then I'm just going to pop this up. And then in the mini catalog, they have these fun new little embellishments. So I'm going to set this off like this, because you know I always say you got to stamp, layer, embellish. And these are the Milky Dots, and again, these are in the mini catalog. So I could use actually any of these colors. We used white on this one, so maybe I'm going to take I think I'm going to take the yellow on this, because I think that'll just help the color pop a little bit, right? How fun! Putting my 3. Oh, I love it. I really like the yellow compared to the white. That just really made it pop out. How fun is that? So that was the first card we did. And again, that was the bundle using Something Fancy. And then the second card we did it's kind of a card, but not really. It actually is a calendar. So I'm going to show you real quick. So this is just a normal card size. And we're going to use the paper from Celebration, which is that favored paper. Flavored or favored? I can't remember now. So we're going to use that. And we're going to actually make this cute little calendar. Isn't that fun? I forgot I had calendars. And a friend sent me her little instructions for this. And I thought, oh, I have calendars. We'll do that. So isn't that cute? Super easy to do too. So we'll do that real quick and I'll show you how to do it. So you're just going to fold your card in half like you normally would. And then you're going to put your, and this is the paper that's available for free during celebration. Again, you only have 3 days left, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you get those orders in. So, oh, that's kind of upside down, right? So let's try that this way. Oh, I guess it didn't really matter, but we got this. And then I created a little piece that this is 4 by 5.5. So it fits the whole card, but then I scored it at 3-inch intervals. So you're just going to go ahead and create like the base. So I'm just kind of burnishing it right now, but then you're going to make it into like a W. So kind of an accordion fold, right? Like that. So that's going to actually be the mechanism here. You can see how, so then your card's not, you know, falling over, right? So let's finish decorating though, because what I did notice is if I didn't decorate it first. So I'm just going to run that. So that's the back side of this paper. Gives it a little splash of color. Okay. Lay it across there like that. And then a little piece of fresh freesia that we'll attach our calendar to. And if anybody needs these calendars, I have a few of them for 50 cents a piece. And then you're going to layer that on top of that. Again, just to give it a little pop of color because this paper is a little darker. And then we're going to layer this here on top. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love it. And then we're just going to do a real quick bow to give it a little extra something something. I'll use my little faithful bow maker here. No, I don't have these for sale. This was a gift from a friend. But I have found that it is one of the easier ones to use, for me anyways. Okay. And then there your bow is. And I'm just going to take my glue dots and glue it off to the side just to give it a little something extra, right? Right. Let's bring this tail down though. Just like that. And we'll do a little trimming of the tail. Cute! Isn't that cute? All right. And so then the inside is just going to be like this. So I'm going to put some glue here and some glue here. And we're going to close this down on each other. So I'm just lining it up at the bottom. Again, this is a 4 by 5.5 piece. And then I'm just going to close it on top of here. Make sure it lines up. Hold it down for a little bit to make sure it's... We'll take that off since it's now February, right? And there you go. So now you have a calendar that will stand up on your desk. Isn't that pretty? So you have that and, oops, and this card. That's what we did today for coffee and a card. Thanks, you guys, for stopping by. I hope you have a warm weekend. And I will see you on Monday for Maker Monday. Don't forget, only 3 days left of celebration. Happy Stampin'.